The other day, I posted on Facebook and Twitter a status. Can't really remember what it says, but it says something along the lines of my business. I think my business is now ready to take care of itself, and I need to find myself a 9 to 5 job. And I've gotten a lot of mixed reactions and responses about that, and it just made me think about how people actually view employment. I received comments like, "Why would you want to do that to yourself? Why are you moving backwards? That's anti-progressive," and a whole lot of stuff that was just negative towards employment or negative towards the 9 to 5. And it actually got me thinking that, my two businesses that I've run so far, first and foremost, Cool Kids Coaching, I actually started that business because I was in the environment and in the space where that need arose, and I actually answered that call. Same thing with my brand activations company, Bunch of Winners. I was working in a company that needed a supplier for brand activations, and because we couldn't find one that was good, I ended up doing that job and starting a company that actually answers that call. So I've always been a firm believer that you need to be in the circle, or you need to be in the environment for you to be able to come up with really great business ideas that respond to a certain social need or business need or whatever it is. I also just think that working in a 9 to 5 somehow opens you up to so many networks and so many doors, because I know for a fact that some of the people that I've met so far in life I would not have met if I was not in my 9 to 5. So yeah, maybe it's great to run your own business and do all these amazing things with your own, with your own time, with the own money that you make, but let's not romanticize running a business as if it's something that is just amazing and things just happen out of the, like automatically. You gotta work at it. And it's the same thing with running, being an employee in someone else's company. We need to really shift away from this mentality that when you are when you're working for someone else, it means that you're building their dreams. No, it means that you are using a vehicle that they have created to start building your own dreams. It does not mean that is the end for you. If you really want to go into entrepreneurship, I highly suggest that you start off in an actual job. Why do I say that? Because it teaches you quite a lot of things. I always say to people, my last employment, what it really taught me, I was very close to my bosses, and it really taught me how to run a business and how to not run a business. As a matter of fact, there were certain things that they did and it costed them so much money that I learned never to do in my own business. And then there were certain risks that they took that really paid off, and I've learned from them to take certain risks, you know what I mean? So I do feel that it's a great opportunity when you work for someone else to actually just learn a new business skill, or learn or use their vehicle to try and open yourself up to other networks. So I really am not I'm not down for this thing where people hate on the 9 to 5 or say it's very anti-progressive to go back to a 9 to 5. And I just think that sometimes people go back to their 9 to 5 because they really have to go back, because the business is not really working out the way they had envisioned it to work. I'm not saying that's my situation. Luckily for me, my business is really doing well, and I want to go back to a 9 to 5 because I still feel that at 28 years old, there's still so much that I could learn from other learned people who might not necessarily have the time to teach me if I'm not in their circle, if I'm not in their space. But if I'm working with them and I'm a co-worker or a junior to them, they have to kind of share their secrets with me. They don't really have a choice. So the 9 to 5 is not really inferior to a business owner, and I think people need to stop that. And sometimes we need to stop and take a breather and understand that not all of us are going to be business owners. Not all of us want to be in a business. Some of us want to be great managers. Some of us want to be great directors of businesses. Some of us want to achieve really well and become CEOs, CFOs, CMOs, whatever, chief marketing officers, whatever they're called. And not all of us are called into business because business is not easy. It's really not easy. So I find it difficult to understand when people throw quotes around like, "Oh, so you are working for someone else and you're making their dreams come true." No. At the end of the day, if the goal is for us to grow in our career paths or our chosen careers, if our goal is to make money and our jobs are one income stream, it doesn't stop you from running a business and creating another income stream. Same thing. It does not stop me, because I've got a business, from creating another income stream by going and doing the 9 to 5. I mean, geez, I've got time on my hands. Why should I not go back to the 9 to 5? And exactly according to who? Is it a taking steps back, or it's anti-progressive, or it's whatever people call it. I just think it's my personal choice, and what makes me happy as a person is what makes me happy. If I want to go back to 9 to 5, I've got a great opportunity now to change my careers. And within the age of 40, by the time I reach 40, I would have worked in various industries and I would have learned various things. And who knows, maybe by 40, I would have started 4 or 5 other businesses that will be thriving as my bunch of winners is thriving in different industries, purely because I would have learned all those skills from the people that I would be working with. So I always say, don't knock your 9 to 5. Sometimes you really need it, because you need to learn time management. You need to learn how to take risks. You need to learn what mistakes not to make. Sometimes you just need to hang around with the right people. It opens up and blows your network. A lot of us who are running successful businesses started at a 9 to 5, created the networks from a 9 to 5, and then went out and actually tried to do this thing using those same networks. So I always say, do not by any little whatever it's called in English, do not knock the 9 to 5. It's actually something that's really amazing, and that might open up a lot of doors for you. Mwah!